Service, the Department of the Interior, and the National Archives, they run the museum, to the home of FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, our 32nd president. My name is Dimetri. FDR's property is named Springwood. We're all going to be together for around an hour, so if you have any questions over the course of this tour, I do encourage you to ask. That's my job. That's what I'm here for. These tours are really only as enjoyable as you folks make it. I have to tell you, as a political leader, FDR had the most extensive political career of any U.S. politician. He entered politics at the age of 28. He was following in his famous fifth cousin Teddy Roosevelt's footsteps as a New York State Senator in 1910. He was elected twice to the New York State Senate, went on to be Assistant Secretary of the Navy under Woodrow Wilson, and during the First World War, FDR helped build our modern Navy. In 1920, he ran as Vice President with James Cox. They lost to Harding and Coolidge. Later on, they'd served 2 terms as New York State Governor. And of course, how many terms did FDR serve? Anybody know? 4 terms. Our only 4-term president, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He will be the only one because of the 22nd Amendment to the Constitution. Now, a lifetime in public service, I do think, is noteworthy, and a list of offices like that sounds impressive to my ears at least. But the true measure, the true test of a leader isn't in how many offices somebody holds. It's in how they handle the trials, the tests they encounter in their lifetime. FDR is a famous American. He's famous for many things: his boundless energy, his bold use of the machinery of government, both here and abroad, his conversational and empathetic tone. Think of his fireside chats. And he had a calm and unflinching optimism which he seemed to exude as he negotiated the eye of one storm after another. First, his own personal crisis and battle with the polio. Next, the domestic crisis of the Great Depression. And of course, FDR served during World War II. This property, Springwood, is central to his story. He is born here. The story begins here with his birth. He spends his childhood here and his formative years here. He, in turn, will raise his own family here. Although he didn't die here on the property, he did choose ultimately to be laid to rest here in his mother's rose garden, and we will pass that gravesite on the tour. This is the birthplace, the lifelong residence, and the gravesite of our president, FDR. The Roosevelts purchased this property in 1867.